Here coming with another video. Today I am going solo, but my brother will be back out shortly. Today we're going to be doing a riding mower slash racing mower gas pedal. So as you can see, we've already taken off the deck. This is going to be for like off-roading and just for speed. But if we come around back, this is the deck where mostly all and everything that went to the deck was under here. And I found some linkage. It was around, like, let me see if I can find it. It was around, probably, let me see. It went like this. Okay, I think I know where it went. Let's see, take it off. It went like this, down to, it just disappeared. Oh yeah, it went from this down to somewhere around there. But I took it off, and this is how it's shaped. As you can see, let's go back and focus. That's how it's shaped. Side view of how it's shaped. And I've already pre-drilled my holes, but I'll walk you through everything. So let's move back over here. So first things first, you gotta measure. So basically what you want to do is you want to sit on a lawnmower, place your feet, and see where your foot is actually comfortable on placing down the gas. So I figured out my spot. The hole's already drilled right here, but I figured out my spot and seems to work fine. Now, so basically, find one of these, find something at an angle, or if you have something that has a bend in it. And if you have a frame like this, you can get this, you can place it flush against this about where you want it to be and where your foot is going to be. So once you have it flush, you want to screw that down. So I'll be right back when I screw that down. Alright guys, so I have this loosely fitted, and I could tighten up a little more. But now, as you can see, we have a gas pedal linkage slash whatever you want to call it. So now it's flopping around, so you don't want it to get stuck on full throttle. So what you got to do is have a return spring. Okay, so on mine, I basically drilled a hole in the frame, and I got my spring and my screw, and I got the screw, and I put some washers on the back of it where this head is, and then I screwed it down, hooked the spring in, and had a bolt running on the other side, and I tightened it down. So now measure out, like, because wherever the return spring is basically where your foot is going to be. So I measured out my area, and I wanted my return spring to hold it up to about right here, and this is going to be full throttle. So basically it's going to be right here, and when you hit the gas, it's going to go full throttle. Now with the return spring, it's going to pull back up. So now just hook that in there like that. Now when you hit the gas, make sure you can see that. Now when you hit the gas, you have a return. So now on to the pedal. So for the pedal, I ran the Lowe's, and they didn't have any hex heads for this. So let me unscrew, show you what I'm doing. Screw this real quick. So I got one of these from Lowe's. It's a RFM. That's how it looks from the side, back, front. So I got one of those. I think these were like 50 cents. This was like 50 cents by itself. Plus the washers, I think they were about 19 cents a piece. These are UAF washers. Let me focus up for you. Those are UAF washers, if I can get it to focus. UAF washers, and I have 3 of those. for my circumstances, I have three because first of all, it doesn't have a hex head, so it sticks out, and for some odd reason, the threads right about to up here, they're like just jacked up, or at least I guess they wasn't made to go all the way up there. So basically what you want to do, slide a washer on there like that, and have a hole handy in your pedal linkage. So it's gonna look something like that. I'll show you from the back or side view, excuse me. So it's basically gonna look like that. It's still a little crooked because it's not tightened down. So now with in my circumstances, you want to get your other two washers. You want to slide those on the other side. Then you want to get your bolt. Dropped it, excuse me. Dropped it. You want to screw that all the way on. So I'll be back once I screw that all the way on. Now before I tighten that down, I just wanted to mention, if you're wondering what size screw and bolt that was, that's a 1.5 screw, 1.5 inch screw. And those are 1.5 inch washers. So if you want to go do it just like me, yeah, that's the size. So I'll be right back once I get this tightened all the way down. Alright guys, so I have it tightened all the way down, and if you wondered what it looked like with it tightened all the way down in action, this is what it looks like. Fast return. And to get the spring in there, you gotta have a hole drilled. Once you drill that hole, you should be able to pop that spring right in. And sometimes if you can't get the spring in, drill the hole just a bit bigger and it's just go right in. So now we're going to move on to we're going to move on to the whole gas pedal. What do you call it? Help me out.
What? Are you talking about the cable?
Yeah, the
cable and connecting it to, well, we don't have a motor, but connecting it to the rod.
Got a little confused. I forgot what to call it. Basically, bicycle brake cable, and sometimes we get them off of bicycles. They will be split in half, so conjoin them together, get some electrical tape, then it is as a whole. Now what you want to do is off the bike itself, let me pick it up. Off the bike itself, when you're adjusting the brakes, you may see something like this right here. Let me unscrew it so you can get a good view of it. You'll see something like this, the screw with the hole in it. I'm not sure of what size it is, but if you have a bicycle, focus up there. If you have a bicycle, you should see one of those on the brakes, and they should come right here. Let me bring it into the camera. It should come like right out of right there. So let me set that back down. So what you want to do, get your bike cable, choose one of the ends. This is somehow just got messed up, so I'm going to use the other end. So I'm going to get this. And first of all, you want to drill, if I can get my cameraman zooming, you want to drill another hole in the axle, see it? The throttle linkage itself. See if I can. Oops. Camera. See if I can
see the second hole.
Second hole right there. It's not the best, but some paint should cover that up. So you want to get this, and you want to feed it through. This is the Alright. So you want to get that, feed it through. See if I can get it all through. Okay, so I got that one through. So if it will, got one it's one piece that won't go in there, so I'm just gonna leave it out. So because I cut it and it split, so sometimes you may run into a problem like that, but that'll be fine. You can cut that off with some wire cutters. So now we want to move in closer, and On the back side of this, let me open up the hood for you. On the back side, there should be. Cameraman, if you come around here to the back side. On the back side of your throttle linkage, you should have a hole. Now, if you can get in closer, there's a hole. You get this, put it in there like so, and facing the other way. So let me get that. Put it in. Drop my item. Feed that back through there. Get that. Put it through on this side, like that. You want to get your washer. Then the bolt. Tighten it down. And then reinforce it with some actual pliers or something. So I'm just gonna get this semi-tight, and I know these pliers are a bit big, but they're laying around, so you know, so what?
Here's the small ones.
Here's the small ones. Thank you.
No problem.
So tighten it up, tight as you can get it, and now if the cable's like this, if you're not good with bike cables, just want to grab it like that, pull the cable through, and it should slide all the way down. So now as it's like that, just for a test fit, you should be able, sorry for the helicopter, you should be able to hit the gas. It pulls the cord. Let's move this. You should be able to hit the gas, pulls the cord, and if you have it correctly, I might have to adjust it. It should go right back in there. So let me go ahead and loosen this up and turn it a little bit more. My mistake. So when it's up straight, like sometimes you can get it up like that and it'll work, and sometimes you have to get it like that, but for my circumstances I have to have it up. So let's tighten that back down. Let's get it hand tight first, and get our pliers, twist that up. So that's pretty tight. So now have cord out on the other end. So when you get your engine, like I don't have my engine now, you'll be able to trim that and hook it up to the engine. So now you should be able to hit the gas. It goes out and it goes back in. But I'm gonna have to cut this off because it's interfering. So I'll be back once I cut that off and fix this correctly. Alright guys, if you couldn't see before, sorry my hand was in the way, but let's see if I can get in here. I'll show you how this works. Hit the gas, cord flexes, then it goes right back in. That's the whole configuration right there. So for tying down the cables to where when you hit the gas it doesn't do like that and doesn't pull anything, basically want to get a U screw. That's the screw that's shaped like this with the threads on each side. You want to get a U screw, and basically what the U screw is going to do, since I don't have one for example, I'm just using zip ties, but U screw, drill the holes on either side. U screw goes down and it holds it down like completely flat. And now with the U screw, for example, I'm just going to use my hand. With the U screw, holds the cable like that, and you're home free. Okay guys, so didn't have any U screws right now, so I got a zip tie, drilled 2 holes for the U screws, but for now, just for mock up, I zip tied it together And it works like this. It turns every time, and you want to see how it works on the other end. Let's see if I can show you. Where is it at? Where is it at? Trying to find it with the camera. Alright, so let me bring that back some. That's what it does. Okay. Alright. So yeah, guys, that's all for today. And again, this is King of Machines. My name is Durante. That's Jonas, my brother. And we'll see you in the next video.